Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, Yap University. I'm your host, Ehi
And I'm Gabriell Janae. Let's get into it.
So we were on a bit of a break. I'm sure you guys noticed.
A long break. But we're back now.
Yes, we had respective breaks actually. So yes. Yeah, we were kind of on a hiatus. What did you do with your time?
How long was it? Like a couple weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month. I rested. I relaxed. I really brought the focus back to myself and some goals that I've been looking to achieve, finally taking steps towards being the person that I want to be. So more on that later, but yeah, it was a very healing time, I think, for me.
Yeah, I think I did some of that as well. With just like work-life balance. I started a new job, so that was in the works, and then just figuring out how to manage my time between my friends and my job. That was the first time I had to do that in a few years, so it was kind of difficult. On top of that, I had a lot of deaths all around me. I mean, personally, my grandfather and my grandmother passed within a few days of one another, and even before that, I had already lost 3 people that were close to me. So just handling all of that while coming home and all the new things happening was just a lot. Yeah, so now I'm just trying to find healthy ways to cope and, you know, still balancing friends and sharing what I can when I feel like it and not hiding my emotions.
Definitely. That's so much to regroup from, because I feel like when you start getting going and feeling better, obviously grief can hit in waves, but it's also just like life is still happening in the meantime. So that's so much.
It is. I mean, luckily work was kind of the thing that kept me grounded. It was almost like, okay, you still have something to look forward to that's not just devastating.
Right.
I do feel a lot better with where I am, because if this would have happened years ago, I would be
toe up.
Yeah.
We'll just say that. Toe down, actually.
Okay, real bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think with the passing of my grandmother, it's just been really hard, because she was like that figure in our family that kind of kept us together.
The matriarch. Yeah, I feel that.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. She's just a very classy woman. She was a teacher. Everyone knew her. She didn't, we used to go to her house. She would say, no cussing, no fussing, no nothing. Like, don't fight, come have a good time.
Period.
She was just always like so lively. Even in her later days, she would always be like, but I'm not gonna complain. And like, I'll see you later. It's never goodbye.
Right.
I'll see you later. Her thing was like, I'll see you later, alligator.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. That's such a beautiful outlook on life.
Have you ever had a difficult passing? Because I think it really changes your perspective on life when someone that near and dear to you passes.
Yeah, I actually have. I did recently lose someone this year. Well, it was towards the winter time, but it still feels like it was just a short time ago. I did have my uncle pass. That was really tough, especially because I couldn't actually go to his funeral. It was all the way on the east side of the country. And, we had some issues dealing with that. But I think the closest passing that I had was my great-grandmother when I was in high school. And it was rough then, but it got worse as I got older, because I feel like I started to realize truly what I missed out on. And as I grew up, there's things that I really needed her there for, so that was really hard, especially becoming a mom, like not being able to meet my child and things like that. So it still fucks me up to this day, honestly.
Yes.
So
I also lost my great-grandmother in December. So my grandmother's mom.
Yeah.
So it's, everything happens in threes. But I know exactly what you mean when it's like you think about all the ways you lost them. But I did have a friend say to me, like, it's such a blessing that you had her in your life for all those years. Because some people don't even meet their grandparents at all.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think I realized that I took that for granted because her mother lived for so long. I just thought I had more time.
Yeah. I definitely understand. Grief is...
I've just been thinking about it in different ways. Like you said, it comes in waves. the emotional side of like the crying and whatnot. And most of that it doesn't come out often, but when it does, I just let myself feel it. But I try to honor like what she would want to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know she's proud of me, and like just, you know, I think of ways like that she would say things or how to maneuver life and everything.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big thing, trying to honor like what she stood for.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we learn so much from those people in our lives, and I think we owe it to them. It's our responsibility to take those teachings and push them out onto the rest of the world, and just share the love that we were just so blessed to even receive for a short time, you know. I think that's really the only way to continue. When you're ready, I think that's just how you have to look at it, honestly. So
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes. And I feel like everyone I know has been kind of losing people recently. And not just like one person, like just multiple people. Like it doesn't matter who it is. I feel like there's this weird, what is it called? Like not transition, shift, like a big shift around the world. Like whether it be losing people like in the physical realm or just like friends and family and loved ones just arguing and just like kind of that being it, like everyone's cutting each other off. There's like a weird energy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's dark or what it is.
I think personally 2025 has been rocky. Like it's been very tumultuous for the world, let alone like just us as people. And a lot of people are not making it. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe they're released from the stress and the trauma of this life, or, you know, I don't know. But it's just been so hard. People are going through so much personally and then as a whole. So on top of what we're dealing with, you know, just on the day-to-day, it's so tiring sometimes. But just having that support is so important, I think.
Yes, it is. It is. I think for a long time in my life, I was like, I don't know if it's defensive or like scared to let people in and scared of being vulnerable. And now it's like, this is the point where I'm like, no, I need to let people know how I'm feeling. Otherwise, they're not going to understand why I'm acting the way that I'm acting. So in doing that, I'm as vulnerable as I've ever been. But at the same time, it's like, I know that I'm not perfect and I'm messing stuff up along the way. So it's just, I'm just trying to find, I don't know, the balance, the corrections. It's like, it's a tough time. So
yeah, I think it's so hard because perception is reality. Even though we know it's not, perception is reality. So somebody might see you having a hard moment or whatever the case, and then that's the judgment that they have of you. But there's so much nuance there for you as a human being, but also the things that are factoring into how you feel in this exact moment, right? And so sharing those intimate experiences with people, it gives them a broader view of you as a person instead of just that one moment that you might not want somebody to remember, which is like fear of perception because like, I don't want everybody to know how I tick, you know, type shit. But it's also like, these are the people that are going to support you through your life, right? Through this moment, the next moment, and maybe forever if you're lucky. So it's so important to just try to break those walls down and let them see you because it's a beautiful sight, you know?
It is. Yeah. I had a very good healing moment with some friends. It was kind of very random and sporadic, but it made me feel very much alive. And like, this is what the human experience is supposed to be like. We were talking about our breakups or whatever. And then as soon as we got in the car, that it's never the right time to say goodbye came on. And we just started bawling. And so my friend was like, give me the aux. I'm going to let y'all cry it out. So she just started playing sad shit.
All the breakup shit.
And then she was like, all right, I can't have y'all sad for too long. It's time to get loose. Like, so
The turn.
felt it. And it was just beautiful to like not have to hold back those emotions.
Yeah, that emotional release literally keeps you alive. Like it literally keeps your heart chakra open, allowing you to bring in more love. Like letting it flow through and the negative emotions get the fuck. It's allowing more space for your heart to open. So absolutely.
So a big part of my Haitians was trying to figure out ways to make life feel like that. Like every emotion have glory, not just the happiness. Everyone is so fixated on happiness, but if you could find a way to make the sadness and all the other stuff to feel like invigorating, it helps a lot.
Yeah.
I do want to go back to something you said about how you realized like there's certain things that you're gonna miss out on, and I feel that in my heart. Like my grandma was always that person that I was like, oh, you would love my grandma, like, and if I were to have a partner or something, I'd be like, I want you to be my grandma. Like,
yeah, of course.
Like that's the person I was most excited for people to like be around. So I do feel like that will be missing, but I also believe in guardian angels, and I do believe I gained a lot of prayer warriors, guardian angels,
That part.
in the spiritual realm. Like I wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah. And the thing is, you don't know the plan yet, but you might be really about to need them, you know? And it's just like, maybe they have more power up there or whatever the case may be, but this might all be just so you can become even greater, you know? And it's beautiful to have your ancestors and to know them, but it's even more beautiful just to have that knowledge of the simple fact that you have an entire army for you, no matter where you go in the world.
I was going to kind of ask you, what is your belief on like the afterlife and like what happens after you pass?
I don't really know. I think I don't know really what I feel about it, because I do believe in like heaven and hell to an extent. I don't really believe in like purgatory though. Okay. But I do believe that, you know, the guardian angels and spirits, like there are people that walk among us. I don't know the reason. I don't know why. There's angels that walk among us. They just be doing shit. I don't know. But they're here for a reason that we don't understand. But I just think I was so blessed to have so many generations around me growing up. And I still have so many living generations now that it's almost like I knew them to be like angels walking, because they were so old. Like they were like different type of creatures, you know? I knew them to be like different type of entities. So it's just like, I thought they were already spirits. And so I got really comfortable with the idea of knowing that these things were going to be around me and they were always going to protect me. So I'm like, I feel like I would kind of want to stay on Earth, you know? I want to be around my child and see like, you know, potentially my grandchildren or whatever grow up. Like I wouldn't want to leave. I'm not going to be in y'all business that much, but you know, I might just sit and enjoy the barbecue. Just like my granny, like, you know.
You know, they'd be silly. They'd be like, I can't believe all this came from my...
Okay, like at the family reunion where they sit in the one chair and everybody, they watch on the horizon.
Yeah. It makes your outlook on life so different.
Yeah.
It really does. What is something that you feel like you took differently when your uncle passed? Like something that shifted. It almost is like when somebody dies, you feel like you have to live more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very much yes. You have to live more. It just really made me want my mom, like really bad, like really, really bad. And the thing is, like, we had already gotten very close from having a strained relationship years and years ago, but it just made me want my mom. Like, I want my mom for everything. Like, I want my mom. I'm not afraid to say that. I want my mom. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Mommy? Mama,
so, literally. So, and that was her uncle. So that was my great uncle. So obviously it was hard on her and stuff like that too. But it just really made me cling to my family. Oh my God. I needed them. And it wasn't even just the loss of him, but it was just like in general, because, you know, funerals can bring tension and drama and stuff like that, unfortunately. But that's kind of how things go, especially in our community. But it just really made me want to be around my family more than anything, honestly.
And you know what's crazy is I had already wanted that. And that's why I decided to retire this year. There was a few reasons, but that's amongst like the reasons. Yeah, so I'll just say that. So to lose those people near and dear to me as I came home to be closer to them, kind of, it was like, damn,
Yeah.
double whammy, double homicide.
No, for real. But I think so. Losing matriarch, patriarch, obviously is very hurtful. It's very sad, but it also gives the opportunity for a new one to rise up.
Yes.
A new matriarch, new patriarch, however that typically is going to go, or even for the youngest generation to start trying to bring everybody closer. So there is an opportunity there to even be closer than you would have thought if everybody, for one, is willing and we're doing things for the right reasons. So I don't know, it might surprise you. It'll be a journey, but
wholeheartedly believe in that. Before this stuff even popped off and I came home, I was kind of feeling like my life was already in shambles.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, I'm just losing everything. And I was venting to a friend and she goes, well, maybe you're losing everything because God is preparing you to gain it even bigger and better. And I was like, when they passed, it was just like, okay, I do believe that life is circular in nature, you know this. So
death is all about renewal.
Yes, like
that's the only thing it can be about
in my life now. And that's a lot of people to, you know, gain.
Absolutely.
And so I am ready to like settle down and start a family. I just, maybe it's God giving me his blessing. I don't know. I'm definitely just trying to take the good and not harp on the negativity of the situation. I do feel myself starting to lean into the, you know, sadness of it, just in terms of like not wanting to clean up and not wanting to do, you know, certain things that I would normally do. But I am fighting it as best I can. I can say that. And it's starting to feel lighter now that I've had the burials and stuff and I've gone through the motions of that. It's starting to feel a little lighter on my chest and knowing that we kind of gave them a home going. But I'm really just still trying to figure out the balance.
It's such a process though. And you know, it's like anything where you have to give yourself grace. I think the big thing about grieving, especially family members and stuff like that, is that yes, your grief journey is your own, but it's also a collective journey that you're going through together because it's a collective loss. And so a lot of people, they just kind of get up and move on, or, you know, they have kids, so they have to be okay, or, you know, whatever the case, or even with you, you have job, you have life, you have stuff that you want to get back to, not taking away from the importance of that person passing in your life. But it's like, you know, sometimes we have to keep going, but understanding that you can still have those moments for your grief journey outside of, you know, your parents, family, whatever, taking that time for you. If you're not going to clean up because you're grieving, who the fuck cares? You know, if the kids can't have a great meal tonight because you're grieving, who the fuck cares? Get the McDonald's. It's a process that you have to allow yourself to feel, or it's going to keep you down forever, you know? So I feel like just give yourself grace, bro. Like everything has been so recent as well. Like over time, you'll figure out how to navigate it. Okay. So, yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'm always here.
I did miss you so much. I did have one question for you too.
Okay.
But it's kind of controversial, so I don't know how you're going to feel about it. But
okay.
So I don't know, the type of person I am, you know, I'm a little woo-woo, like I'm a little hokey, right? But I'm also like a devout Christian girl too. Like I just believe in a lot of stuff. I don't know. But how do you feel about when people say things like, you know, they're in a better place, or God needed another angel, or they had to go back home to like take care of whatever, home being like heaven, you know? How do you feel about when people say that?
I believe in that.
You do?
I do. And then especially my grandmother passed brain cancer.
Yeah.
And my grandfather passed of throat cancer. And seeing them deteriorate, you know. Decline in health. And my grandmother was extremely smart. So it's like, it wasn't nothing crazy before she passed, but it was like, we could tell there was a difference.
I went through something similar with that, yeah.
So I do believe, you know, the pain is gone. I watched those, like, I died for 10 minutes and came back to my videos and like just hearing their perspectives and hearing people be rebirthed and stuff like that. Like, I believe in that. And I believe in God as well. So it's like, I do believe he calls them home for a reason. Yeah.
I definitely do believe in that too. And
I can see why it would be offensive to some people. Like,
that's my other part. Yeah, that's my other part. But I definitely agree. It's just hard to use that to justify things sometimes, like murder or like kids or like even, sudden things. Unfortunately, your grandparents had an illness. So it was like things happen of old age, like they're out of pain. We can praise God for that. But it's so hard when somebody says that and it's like, no, this is not fucking fair, bro.
Yeah.
This is not right.
Yeah.
And it's, who am I to question God's plan, And I do believe that they will be protected wherever they're going, whatever the case. But that's just so tough sometimes.
It is.
It's so tough.
I actually caught myself doing that. One of my cousins passed last summer. I also had just a lot of death in the air. Yeah. But my young cousin passed on Mother's Day weekend. And I caught myself, saying that to his mom, like, it's God's will. And I'm just like, this sounds so terrible saying this to her. I don't even know, like, there's nothing that can justify this or make you feel better. So
at all.
What do I even say other than, like, lean on God? It's like, I get what you're saying. Like, it is tough. You kind of have to pick and choose. When it's older people, it's easier to say.
Yeah, because they lived a full life.
Yes, and it was beautiful and long. Like, it's crazy.
Look at all that came from them,
Since I've been at work, I have a lot of older people coming to me. And this one lady was like, oh, I'm so old. I'm buying a new bed. How pathetic. It's a 20-year warranty, but there's not 20 years warranted on my life. Like, and I was like, that's not pathetic. Like, that's so beautiful. Like,
oh my God.
I'm like, how do I say this to her? Like, and I'm like, I don't want to just sit there and trauma dump on people at work, but I'm like, damn, like,
every minute is precious. Like, get your bed, enjoy your bed while it's here. Like, what? Ma'am, give it to me. I just want my mom. Like, literally, it takes you back to being a kid. Like, I want my mommy. What do you mean? I want my mom. I don't care. But what's hard for me is my mom is not affectionate. Like, she loves me. I know she loves me, but she had to take on the role of provider for so long. She's a single mom growing up. But because she had to do that and she, grew up south side Chicago, she has like a hard exterior. So even just going through that, like hugging her, like I can't hug her for too long. She's like, all right. Like, then I'm the one. But like, this is the most broken down I've ever seen her, and I don't even really know what to do. Right. But I'm just, I'm reaching out more, of course, and like just trying to show that I'm here and that I want to be here with you. Right. Like, regardless of how it shows up. Yeah. I don't want to argue and everything, but sometimes it happens, but I'm still here and I want a relationship with you. Right. Just making her feel like she's not alone, without the pressure, because obviously she's going through a lot, right? And it's not a contest of who feels the worst, but it's like you have to respect people's grieving journey and your collective journey together. So I think just focus on that journey together and assist her with her own journey as much as you can, because you're going through your own journey too. It's just like, I'm here,
And I realized that too, with just in life, everyone's kind of going through their respective journeys. So I'm trying not to be as defensive. It's hard, right? Because these little arguments and whatever are happening. And I'm just, I don't know. I'm trying to take everything with a grain of salt. Right. But not everyone's trying to do that. So then it's like, where are we? I'm just going to kind of breathe. And if you're listening to this and we argued in the last 2 years, like, we cool. I don't really care.
No, for real.
I'm never too ill to say what's up. Like, just speak when you see me. I'll say hello. Like, and then just on top of that, jumping into my Christian beliefs, forgiving and whatnot. And it's like, how far do we go with this? I'm almost tired of being the one that has to forgive and have to turn the other cheek. And that's what's been making me so defensive. My ego's so big right now. And I'm like torn between like, okay, I should just say sorry. Like, it's fine. And being like, oh, I'm always the one that says sorry. Like, I shouldn't say sorry anymore. Like, I have to stand up for myself. And it's like, I feel bad for putting myself first. And that's been a big thing. Well, I've been taking the Haitians as well. It's like I said, I have to find that work-life balance. And I'm used to showing up for my friends a certain way abundantly. And now that I've had to be like, no, I can't. And no, I can't do this. It's almost like I'm hurting their feelings, but not intentionally. And I feel that weight. on me. And that's
Right.
it takes away from me putting myself first, because then I'm back in a situation where I feel hesitant and I'm not sure how to move forward.
I feel what you're saying. I don't know. I don't have really any advice because
Everyone's sensitive and it is what it is.
yeah,
I
like
feel,
honestly, I think communication is the best thing. Like, hey, what's tea?
yeah.
And you like, well, I just lost a bunch of people in my family. I'm really stressed. What is my reaction gonna be? Okay, I totally understand that. Like, like it can be that simple. Like there's not so much to it, I feel like. But people are sensitive. They're having their own feelings, which as they should, but it's also like, don't project shit on me that I'm not really, just ask me and I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't have nothing to do with you. I'm not upset with you. I'm just dealing with X, Y, Z. We'll pick back up, whatever. Just check on me. That's all I'm asking as a friend, And I don't see why it can't be more than that. Or less. More than that? Less than that? I don't know why it can't be just that.
Just that. Not more, not less.
Nothing more,
Precisely
nothing less
that.
at all. Yeah.
Yeah. But then it's also, remember I said I know I'm moving weird. I know it's showing up that I'm moving weird.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know what I've done because I haven't taken the time to be like, okay, what did I do that may have offended people? So I guess just finding the point of no return. We talked about deaths of friendship, and it's like, did I push the limits too far where it's like, we can't come back from this,
I get what you mean with that. I would just say on your part as like the offender, I would just reach out and then have a conversation. If they're like, hey, you kind of been weird, you might be overthinking it. Like they might have just brushed it off, whatever you did, said, whatever. Or they might have took it to heart, like you said. And so you reach out like, hey, missed you, whatever, want to talk to you. I feel like a real friend is going to either just lay it all out, like, I'm actually really mad at you right now, like, what's tea? Or, hey, what's been going on? Like, things have been I haven't talked to you, like, what's up, I think it's always just going to be as simple as having a conversation.
And I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I have also told you that my ego is as big as it's ever been right now.
That's true. You might not be ready for that.
I will not be the one to reach out anytime soon. So, yeah, I think I just have enough to handle on my plate and possibly reaching out in the future. But for now, I got my girls.
It is
cool.
what it
is. It is what it is. What it is. Well, yeah, that's kind of why we've been away.
Yeah. A lot going on.
But I think that's all for today.
That was a good episode, though. I'm glad we had this little catch up with all you guys.
Oh, there's the bell.
Time to get up out of here. Follow us for more. Like, comment, subscribe. Help push us out into the algorithm.
Yep, you.
Yep, you. Bye.
Bye, guys.